comes a flock of wham-whams.
So what up, Steve? Steve, I'm calling you. This is JP. Just seeing a little update, life update between me and Steve and Jay Overshiner. This guy kills Kelly Slater in any surf competition I've ever been.
Always. Hey, it's great having you, JP, on your broadcast here today. Things have been going well. It's the beginning of the new year. I started off early with the morning coffee, and now it's about to get do some financial goal planning, and as well as things I want to do this year. Maybe not job related, but experience stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you're starting off with coffee, I know this is Zoom and they can only hear it, but from what you see, what do you see right here? I'll start it off with something.
All right. Well, that looks like a shot glass.
Shot of Fireball.
All right, sure. Let's get it started.
Here we go.
It is NFL Sunday.
NFL Sunday.
I'm definitely shooting for my team, Broncos. We've had a tough season, so maybe we can finish off with a couple wins.
Dude, I was telling my buddy today. I was like, I think the Jets are gonna beat the Buccaneers, and I still don't know the score. It might be over with by this point, but honestly, if I'm right about that, that's pretty sick. I'm gonna look up the Jets really quick. But I don't know. Don't know the score yet, but back to the topic. Steve and Jay Overshiner, JP, two buddies, two roommates, known each other for what, 2 years now? So it's
20 more than that.
2019,
2019, yeah, I guess.
19, 20, 21, 22.
Almost 3, yeah. Almost 3.
Yeah. Well, started it off. We met. We were the only two Nebraskans on Hawaii soil besides Liv. That we were the only two dudes from Nebraska on Hawaii soil that we knew.
I know. I feel like there was like as many Nebraska people there were as we were like the most concentrated state that was from living there in Hawaii compared to everybody.
Yeah. They're Michigan people.
Yeah, there were a few of them. Too many maybe.
Those St. Louis people, but besides that, I mean, Nebraska, we were on top of the radar. But you were working in the kitchen, and I was just there as a camp counselor, and
yeah,
we were just like, dude, we're just doing summer here, nice seasonal.
Only working 6 to 2, and then surf the rest of the day and party.
There's some days, yeah, a little partying going on, but some days we go back at the kitchen.
Some beer on the beach, good time.
Exactly. We go. Do you remember when you were making some food during summer, and I was just sitting at the table, and we'd always sneak back to the back room and be like, for the
the jewel.
Yeah, the jewel. Good old
the jewel.
Jewel wall.
Oh, jewel saves the day sometimes. Being up stuck in that kitchen all day.
Yeah, dude.
It was funny.
Nowadays.
Yeah, then you're gonna be back out there in May. Sounds like.
Yeah, it's offered the gig, so we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully that plays out well. But yeah, dude. When we went to we had our nice summer going on, and then comes fall, here I come 3 weeks later, not supposed to be back, and I just show up, and we were hauling a bunk bed across camp and putting pegs on top of your bed so I can stay in Hall A-B.
Right. That was a journey. I've never carried a bunk bed so far in my life. Yeah, it was at least 2 football fields.
Dude, that room got cold.
But that's the way it was hot out there.
We probably all had COVID that fall. We probably all got COVID because I remember having like the worst phlegm feelings. That was
COVID wasn't officially like out,
Yeah. Well, it was
like pre-COVID, like before they like knew maybe even everybody was getting sick from something.
Yeah, well, if that thing started in China, we were in Hawaii. We were just halfway to the continental United States. So, who's to say? But you're right. It could be anything. Because what even is COVID? Just another.
I mean, people are still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's got people scared because there's been so many like changes to like even guidelines to like what shots work, what don't work against which ones, so people just scared a little bit.
And then people started talking about masks. They're like N95. I'm like, dude, are they coming out with like guns for masks? Sounds like AK-47 masks. Like, what is going on?
N95, what is that?
This one's one of the like top doctor stuff.
Right. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff happening in this world, not even just like, COVID leaving astray. Like, weather conditions that have been just crazy this year with tornadoes, blizzards, and, basically global warming. And then you got financial crises happening. Like you're seeing stocks and everything crashing and fumbling. And then, it goes up a little bit, but it's like been up and down crazy. Just been a crazy year.
Yeah, at least it's Taylor Swift's year,
Yeah, like I hope a lot of people be feeling 22 this year.
Yeah, dude. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22 for sure. But you're right. It's kind of been the roaring 20s. Started off pretty roaring 20, It seems like history's repeating itself. But that's just how time goes. So
right.
you're gonna be off to, where are you going to be off to here soon? Because you're in
This
Chadron,
year,
right?
I'm in Shatter, Nebraska right now. It's the home base for me where I live, and I'm going to be jumping to Memphis, Tennessee, then to Santa Ana, California, I think somewhere in Ohio, and then another place in Oklahoma, and then back over to back to Memphis, Tennessee, because that one's going to be a really long job.
Where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Well, if I keep working there these 5 years, like, I got the, 2 more classes for the master's program at Wayne State. So push through there. Once that's complete, I don't know, I might work another year with this company because, I'm making good money and I'm happy with like how the company treats me and stuff. And then I'm, maybe once I'm done maybe doing labor work kind of work, I can take my, my 10 years worth of tax knowledge that I've got and maybe sit around and be a loan officer or do some kind of shit like that,
Dude, I like the way you think. And for the people that don't know, this is Stephen J. Overshiner, and he's out here. He's one of the hardest workers I've seen. Dude will get up at 6 a.m. and he'll put a couch in the back of your minivan if you want to win any competitions. I know that. He'll just be out there. He's a working hard man. But you got your dive masters. Man, dude, the man just out here.
Yeah, I still got the dive master, kept the membership up. I'm ready. That was a nice thing when I went out to see Dustin in Hawaii. We did a few dives, and now he's doing up his dive master. So that'll be fun. And yeah, got the membership renewed and ready for this year. I thought about doing that too in the Virgin Islands if I could. So
you used to do the whitewater rafting thing too.
Yeah, I still have my certs for that, the whitewater rafting class.
What one was that in Colorado?
That was in we were doing in Glenwood Springs, we're doing Shoshone and Clear Creek, and then that was on the western slope. And there's a few other spots we went, and then the right slopes, the eastern slopes and stuff. Did like Bailey Canyon. It's another one.
Did you ever teach the one that was like right off the like I-70?
Yeah, that comes up in I forget what little town it is. I'm trying to think of it.
Like, yeah, on your way to Winter Park, in between
Idaho Springs.
Yeah, Idaho Springs. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked on that one.
Yeah, dude, that one I always seen that. Yeah, you could have been my instructor at one point when I was a kid.
That one is was super narrow, so it's definitely fun. It's a rush because it's so narrow and you're rushing with so much water. It's crazy. It's fun. It's very fun.
Once you just go with a big group of family and you're like, hey, jump in. Tell me.
Maybe not in clear, not in the where we're talking about, but like if you were like in Glenwood Springs area, because you have the Colorado River.
Yeah.
So it's a lot deeper there to jump in, and depending how fast the water's running and or what the rapids look like.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be some common spots to jump in. Maybe I have to use the bathroom. No number twos, please. Yeah.
You're gonna
Whatever,
try
or you just to cool off and jump back in. So it's not hard to get in and out of the boat. So
do you miss jumping off the cliffs in Hawaii doing those gainers?
oh shit, hell yeah, Waimea. I did a few this year. I was out there 3 times this year with the company that sent me out there, and yeah, I did plenty of jumping. Didn't get to do much jumping this year and during winter, but yeah, I did plenty of gainers off that thing, and
Yeah.
so
That's good. That's good stuff. Dude, it's just a wild world. Like always on to another chapter. I feel like you're ready. You're riding the wave. You're definitely keeping it live wire. That's
I
for
will
sure.
say this winter I did catch one of the best waves I had. It was maybe like about a 6-foot wave I caught, and I rode that thing all the way into the beach, which was just fun cutting back and forth on it and riding the wave all the way up to the end. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
was something. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
man. I bet Kelly Slater is right behind you getting whitewashed.
Whitewash probably not even getting spit out. Probably get washed out.
We never actually finished that little documentary we were gonna make about you beating. I still got the whole intro. It's like there's you hyping
Uh,
up in the
this
living room talking about Kelly.
yeah, this was all for fun, just to be just so in case some would arise and Kelly Slater and I meeting up again. I just didn't. This is all water under the bridge now.
Yeah, he's all these things that he's always wished he could have faced the great Steven Overshiner, but once the day comes, he'll hear about you.
I've faced other top surfers such as Z.
Yeah, Big Z.
Yeah, Big Z. Like, and it's not a big deal, but it's happened.
Pretty good friends with Jesse Mendez.
Yeah, we hung out. Jesse Menendez knows me real personally. Like, you can obviously see it on my Instagram and how chill we are, and being up in the VIP section, meeting everybody else, and
getting those Hydro Flask cups.
Passing the vibes and stuff, everything.
Do you remember when we took the towels?
Everything was real cherry, brother.
You remember when we took the towels?
Oh, the towels, yeah, the gift towels, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "Who took the towels?" And we're like, "Well, we kind of just took the towels, like somebody."
Nobody was grabbing them. Nobody was grabbing them.
Right? You're just like, "Oh, they're just towels, man. Who wants towels? We do."
These guys that were although that party, everybody that was there were pretty much like directors, pro surfer, anybody that was up in that area were all like very wealthy people hanging out. So
right, makes you feel like you're on stairway to heaven when you're in situations like that.
Yes, we may have never done that, but we believe we have. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I can't believe some people won't be able to do that.
Yeah, now that they're gonna tear it out, so
yeah,
it's gonna be one of those things that kind of got away from everybody, that just was taken away because people not listening to the rules, or not trying to make it an actual establishment to have people hike it, or
yeah. Steve, what do you got for the rest of your day?
What I got the rest of the day, I gotta maybe sit in the tax office for a little bit, do some more, a little bit more paperwork, and make sure everything looks good. Like I'm gonna do some of my, put some of my base stuff in there to see what it looks like, in the tax office, like software.
Big chillin'. It's NFL Sunday,
Oh yeah, I'll
one of
probably
those
be doing
days.
that. I
just gotta look into work and really not touch it, but like think about it. I feel you.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch some NFL today, though. I have a fantasy football league, and right now I'm fighting for third. I missed my chance last week by about 15 points, but I had a player that had ended up sitting out
Yeah.
right before the game started, so that was a bummer. We'll see what happens. It's
Yeah.
definitely see what happens with it.
Would you hear Iowa? If you follow college football, Iowa lost to Kentucky yesterday. So
Who? To Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Oh my God! Wow.
No, at least Ohio
Not
State
bad.
will go through.
That's definitely way more embarrassing. Like, I wouldn't even want to play a team that's played Kentucky compared to Nebraska.
Hey, all I gotta say is Nebraska didn't lose a bowl game this year.
You know what? Exactly.
But you know what? Go Big Red. We're coming back
Go Big
next
Red.
year. The only undefeated
Next year.
teams will be Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, and Nebraska. It'll be the top 4.
Top 4 calling it now. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Fucking Nebraska's that top. I went from worst to greatest, by the way. Ordered from fourth to first, baby. Go Big Red.
Damn.
That's what we're the best state. We're the best state out here.
That's an accusation right there. Oh my God.
Right. Today we interviewed some guy. It's like this dude named Troy. He's like a caddy for like some top name golfers, and he was wearing this thick hat. Like he was wearing this. Like he was in the PGA Tour himself, and he started golf senior year of high school. This guy we just went off, but he was wearing this sweet house at Omaha, right on the bill, and I was like, that's sick. And it was just a white hat, just Omaha. I was like, I need to.
Damn, let's go. Clean cut. Represent.
That's my local stuff, but go Nebraska, hype it up all day, any day. Well, it was good to have you on the show, and it's always a pleasure to see your face, even though they
absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude. All right, well, I'll catch you around.
All right, see you later this year.